Well, my friends, we've made it to the week of Christmas. Merry Christmas. We were blessed with a bit of a blizzard and got to enjoy some beautiful snow, which is the absolute perfect setting to get cozy by a fire. I'm so excited for today's video. We're going to dive right in after you get to enjoy this nice and peaceful scene. My friends, I have the best news that you're gonna hear all day. In case you weren't aware, we just went through the winter solstice, and that means that every day from here on out until the end of summer, we're gonna be getting lighter every single day. I don't know how you feel about it, but getting dark at 4:30 p.m. and then not getting light in the mornings until like noon, I'm not a fan. And if you're sitting here thinking, Sarah, that's an exaggeration, it gets light around 8, you're wrong, because you probably don't live in the Midwest. Quite literally, I have like a 3-hour filming window in the afternoon. I have to wait until after lunch when I'm like, oh, I can actually see in my house without the light on, and then I'm pretty much done by 4 p.m. So I'm really ready for longer days. Today, I am gonna give you my final Christmas home tour, which is really fun for me to be able to share because I've actually been decorating since November 1st. So while a lot of people start their decorations after Thanksgiving, I have to prepare it all ahead of time, otherwise I wouldn't be able to share it with you when you would like to see it in the month of December. So my Christmas decorations have been up for almost 2 months. And they've changed over the course of those 2 months as I've tweaked things, as I've done new videos and had new ideas just kind of come to me. And so it's been a little bit funny because sometimes when I'm filming, I film something, but it doesn't get posted until after something else that was filmed. And so a few of you have been like, hey, I thought you put that Christmas tree up. Where did it go? And I guarantee you, I did not take it down and then put it back up. It's just the order of filming, and when it goes live, sometimes it's out of order, and I'm sorry if I confused anybody. But things do tend to change kind of rapidly in my home, just as I'm creating content for you and as new ideas come to me and I want to share just things that inspire me, and that means that I change my home a lot. So today I'm gonna just walk you through how my house ended up for Christmas, and I hope that you enjoy that tour, but I also wanna talk about preparing for after Christmas, because I really take a lot of joy in taking down Christmas. Is that okay for a content creator to say who decorates? I don't know about you, but by the end of the Christmas season, I am very much like, I need the clutter to go away. Maybe I really want the glow and the coziness of the Christmas tree to remain, but most of the other stuff I'm just like, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed and I need a little bit less chaos. So today we're gonna start talking through how I can accomplish that and some tips and tricks that I like to use just as I go throughout transitioning the seasons.
Now, one of the things that I've really struggled with since we moved is getting organized in this new house. It's a much smaller house than our last home, and so I've really felt the need to dive deep into better organizing for small homes. I joined Skillshare, who's generously sponsored today's video, a few weeks ago to begin to try and elevate my video and content creation skills. Stay tuned for that. But while I was browsing, I discovered so many organization classes that really piqued my interest. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes, and they're all led by industry experts across various industries like film, illustration, design, entrepreneurship, and also more home-related topics like organization and crafting. I was really intrigued by their learn by doing approach to teaching, where members can create and actually share their project after completing the class to get feedback from the community. I thought that was so cool. So I joined the How to Declutter and Organize Any Space class, and I have discovered so many helpful tips about corralling the clutter. Next, I can't wait to dive more deeply into classes like YouTube success and social media content creation so I can improve what I share with all of you. I think you'd love joining Skillshare as a member, and the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare.
One of the many benefits of working with amazing bedding companies is that you get to experience so many different options for bedding, but it also means that you end up with a lot more than you need. So I'm really excited to be able to donate this. There's so many blanket drives going on right now for the homeless across communities. And so if you are in the same boat as me where you just have excess, this is a great time to donate to those causes. I purchased these moving bags when we moved, and I stored all of our bedding in them to move our stuff. And I actually think that it's a fantastic option if you have large bedding that you're storing for seasons, like very specifically so that you don't actually need it every month, but maybe it's something you only use at Christmas time. These are really perfect. They're not see-through, which is my only complaint, but they store, there's 3 king-size quilts in this bag. And so that is a massive amount of blankets to store in one place and keep dust-free. I forgot I had that one. That's a nice pillowcase. All the things that you don't remember that you own because you moved and they've just been shoved in a closet for an entire year. Look how pretty this blanket is. Feels good to get some organization and purging done before spring cleaning season. I'm also planning to use these bags for my garland storage this year when I take Christmas down. They're massive. This will hold at least 5 garlands. Let's say it's time to donate the child hangers. My son wears a size men's large. I don't even know how his clothes were hanging on these things. What a mess. Probably why all of his clothes look like this. It's likely why. And he's a teenager, so there's that too.
A really easy thing I like to do is just keep a trash bag in a central location, and as I go room to room, I just add all the things to that I'm going to donate.
Oh my goodness, grab your coffee, settle in. I have a couple of tips for you. Let me just start by saying that if you have a 2-story home and you set things on the stairs for your family to take up with them as they go, is there really anything as fruitless as that endeavor? Please tell me that it's not just my family, but I can say to my kids, I've placed your pile on the stairs, take it up when you go to bed, and I guarantee you it will still be there the next day. And that is part of the reason why I have kind of these 2 rules that I live by a little bit, sometimes, not always. It's not perfect, it's not a perfect formula, but there are 2 things that I find are very helpful for corralling the clutter in a home, and that is the 1-minute rule and the 15-minute rule. Let's break that down. Now, the 1-minute rule is if you have something in your hands and you can put it away where it actually goes in less than 1 minute, then do it. Because I find that so often what I do, and I think that I'm not alone, is I'll take something from one room and I'll put it in another room that's on the way to its final destination instead of just actually taking it to its final destination. And all that really accomplishes is moving it from one place that it doesn't belong to another place that it doesn't belong, that's a little closer to the place that it did belong. And really, is that actually accomplishing anything? So if putting away the item will take you 1 minute or less, take it all the way to its final destination. And the second 15-minute rule is schedule 15 minutes before you start your day and just go throughout the house and pick up. All you're doing is picking up the clutter and you're actually putting it in its final destination. Don't forget that part of it. And I swear to you, you can accomplish more in 15 minutes than you really think that you can. And it really just sets such a peaceful tone for the rest of your day to have cleaned up all those little items that just tend to accumulate from the family and have them in their proper place. I find that I am especially guilty of taking something and putting it halfway to its final destination in the kitchen. The kitchen island becomes the destination for clutter and it's chaos. And in our house, it's the center of the home, so you can see it from every room, and it's not pleasant. So let's just put it away.
Now sit back and relax, grab yourself a cozy drink and a blanket, and I hope that you enjoy my final Christmas home tour.
Our church does this really cool thing where all of the members who would like to pick a verse and write an Advent book for the December season. So I thought to close this out, I would share a little excerpt of what I wrote for the Advent book, which you can also find on my blog. I will link the entire article for you in the description. As Christians, we have the privilege of looking back at these stories and seeing 1,000 anointed moments in history that led to Christ. And we are called to be little anointed ones, each playing a pivotal role in the story God continues to write. What a gift to know that God will use our lives too, in just the way that He sees our role fitting into the story. And even more, He gave us His Holy Spirit to have the power to overcome sin in our life and sanctify our role in God's continued narrative. This coming year, remember that God created you in this moment for a specific purpose and plan. He has you where you are for reasons that you may not ever fully understand. But His plan is holy and good, and you get to be a part of it. My prayer for you as we head into the week of Christmas is that your time of gathering with friends and family will just be filled with so much love and joy and peace and happiness and gratitude for the gift of Christ.